Previously on Expedition Drenched. After 2 weeks of hard work, we'd finished off most of our maintenance projects and provisioning, and left Tutukaka Marina, sailing north and anchoring underneath the most magical sunset.
And now cheers to.
Today is a cool day because today our dive dinghy is getting delivered. So yeah, we've been getting that modified. We took it for a little test drive the other day. Yeah, Neil over at Seafarer Inflatables has been too accommodating. He's fixed this thing up to just be the ultimate dive tender. I just can't wait to take it for a joyride.
Now my boyfriend gave me a lumberjack instead.
Oh, this jacket? Yeah.
Look at the smoothie SYLVAN made for me.
Oh, it's Sylvan's last day with us too. He flies to Africa tomorrow, so he's gonna head down to Auckland. And
SYLVAN, when you see this, you're
loved.
You're like one of my favorite people of all time.
Yeah.
You are now a very important part of the biggest, most exciting adventure of the rest of our lives, and we'll never ever forget you.
He'll be back.
Yeah, Nate's getting teary-eyed.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm gonna lose my shit when SYLVAN leaves.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
We love you, SYLVAN.
Yeah.
So I just woke up and it looks like a painting down there. Look at that.
He wasn't even watching it too, he was just looking out at
How do you feel about that?
Oh, damn. Will's stressing me out. But he's getting the good shots. The shots I no longer have the balls to do anymore.
I know, I like it. I saw him zipping around yesterday and I was like, get it, Will.
I reckon the one would be from there, all the way from the back, all the way through the middle. And maybe go through the mast.
Sideways. Like Star Wars.
Yeah. If old Hans Solo can do it, he can do it.
The fog just reminds me of being a child when I was a kid. We lived in Washington near the Sound, and it was always foggy, and it just kind of reminds me of that.
Molly making?
I'm making pancakes.
I got up early and made breakfast and it was a mistake.
You could have a second breakfast.
Yeah. SYLVAN can, I can do it too. So we got pancakes over here. What are you working on?
Yeah.
I just felt like eggs this morning.
Yeah.
Do I go with Amir or do I go with Molly? Do I go... I don't know, man.
You go with both.
Yeah, you can do both.
Maybe I could just have a little bit of... Could you reckon I could just have a little bit?
Alright, this is it. We don't have SYLVAN to hold our hand anymore. He's leaving to Africa. So, anyway, I want to give you a hug.
Yeah.
And tell you thank you for
everything
you've done.
No, it's been a pleasure.
It was like our 13th goodbye, I feel, but I can't imagine it being any better than this. Like as far as like when I first met you, we were all proper, and then it just spiraled down to perversion.
Yeah.
And now we're good.
Where
friends.
you want it to be.
Where you want it to be. That's when you know you're tight with people. So it's been awesome, man, and I hope next time you come on the boat, like. I'm holding my own.
Yeah. I'll just be lounging.
Yeah, right. So
toasting coconut, making smoothies.
Yeah.
That'd be the party.
Yeah. It's. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And like I think, I definitely feel blessed to be able to be handed this boat and to have the lifestyle and stuff. And yeah, like I was saying yesterday, it's cool now that we've built, like, it's to be able to have that build that relationship.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I could join it on, and it's still like before. I still use the boat, like, you know, but I don't. It's not sitting on the mooring half of the time, which is a shame.
Yeah, I think Sylvia will always be like a community family boat.
Yeah.
Or certainly the family.
Yeah.
So.
I want to get in there deep in there.
Lots of love.
I got that position now.
You've got a big responsibility now, Lindsay. You're the only Kiwi on board.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Don't let our country down, bro.
So we said our goodbyes to Sylvain and waved him off as he left us, ready to embark on his next adventure in Africa and to start his new job in Italy. Back on board Sylvia, the crew partook in a safety talk, which we are all clearly extremely enthusiastic about.
What's up?
You ready for man overboard?
Yeah, chuck me over with the mattress.
Let's talk about worst case scenario for us as a group is that out at sea something happens, boats go
For most
down.
of us, this upcoming crossing will be our first. We chatted about man overboard, how to prepare the life raft, and all sorts of safety precautions, especially safety during a night watch in stormy seas. After receiving an exciting phone call telling us that our new dive dinghy was ready and waiting for us on the dock, we quickly zoomed over to take it for the much-awaited joyride.
So you had an idea for the name.
I thought about petit tonnerre, and then it means like small light storm. So, and you see the black and the grey and the nervous of the engine. I think like scuba squall looks great for him.
So Nate and Jordan just came back with the dive dinghy, and now they're just pretty much showing off. It looks cool though. How do you like it?
We spent the next day hoisting up the dive dinghy, checking up on the rigging and preparing food for the crossing, so that if things get rough we can pop out some ready-made meals from the freezer.
So I'm getting onions, but because I'm always crying, Molly had this crazy idea to put goggles on, and it actually works. I feel like you're getting into like your
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern vibes today with like a nice little deep V with a little bit of chest hair popping out.
Hummus.
Hummus. Let's hear your best hummus.
Hummus.
Pretty good.
Oh, a mouthful of food.
Hummus. Yeah. Look at this giant bowl of hummus. This was my portion right here. This is
Where did you get all the fresh stuff from?
What have you got there? It's my new baby. Look at this zucchini. So big. It's so big. It's got quite the interesting shape to it. And I think I'm gonna chop it up and roast it today. Yeah.
Ooh, fishy, fishy, fishy! What do you got? Skipjack apparently.
Good job, man.
The first fish on the boat!
But yeah, I want to eat it, so
I love this.
oh my god.
I mean, I don't like killing a fish, but it's so nice to, well, actually kill your own food.
Yeah.
Got it. Where are we going, Chloe?
We're going to the beach.
We just anchored way over there and we thought of exploring the nearby island, and we just found a memorial for Bernard, the guy that built Sylvia. I want to join in too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Today didn't go as planned. We were hoping to leave tomorrow towards Niue, and the weather the last couple days has said, oh, it's perfect, it's the perfect weather window. And then, as weather does, it changed. And just yesterday, we were keeping our eye on this little low pressure area that just started to pop up, and now it's just destroyed our weather window. So spirits were high for leaving, and now it's just, it is what it is, you know. It's the weather. You can't control it. So we're gonna go do some day sails over the next couple days, and we're gonna do some scuba diving. Now we get to go dive the Rainbow Warrior, which I was actually sad that we were gonna be missing. So that's Greenpeace's boat that was sank. I'll tell you all about it when we dive it. But that's been the day.
How does it make you feel to hoist the anchor, Amir?
Powerful. So we're heading up here to that Matukawawanu Island. Nailed it. Now we're heading up there because right just north of it, there's the Rainbow Warrior. And if you're not familiar with what the Rainbow Warrior is, that is Greenpeace's original flagship in the 80s. And in 1985, right here in New Zealand, in Auckland Harbour, some French saboteurs bombed it from the outside and actually sank it in Auckland Harbour. It's a pretty crazy story. Sounds like spies and this and that. One thing that's pretty crazy is the people that bombed it, they sailed out of New Zealand, and a French submarine picked them up, and then they scuttled the ship so that they couldn't be caught. But you could say that their campaign was successful because it brought so much media attention that it did do what Greenpeace was hoping for, and that was to end French nuclear testing in the South Pacific. And they got so much bad publicity from it that they actually did do that. They just stopped bombing, so that's good. Fast forward a couple years, they drug Rainbow Warrior up here, up to this island, right off of this island, and they sank it right there. Avionics, it shows that there's a wreck right here, and there's a little black mooring ball. So we're gonna go check out the mooring line, see if it's big enough to hold Sylvia. We're gonna take a gamble. We're gonna dive this buoy, and so find a place that you want to anchor Sylvia, and we'll gear up and get going.
Copy that.
Amir, your first dive in New Zealand.
Yes.
How excited
First dive
are
in
you?
12 years.
You're sad you're not going?
Happy as clam. I clam up in the dry, up on deck, squirming, asking for water.
Eating brownies that Molly made.
Yeah, that's one thing. We'll eat all the brownies. You better get out of the water quick.
Why are you doing this?
Just make sure everything works before we go diving. Do all the checks. Check, check.
Are you ready for the cold water?
No.
I said this is for sure my last time of New Zealand. I'm not doing it again. I can't do it.
So let's see. Let's go back to chart.
Yeah, right on it.
Let's give it a little temperature test real quick. Let's see how it feels. That's real brisk. It's a real brisk, but I've heard it's a pretty cool dive, so hopefully it will be worth it.
Whoa, we just made it down, and it is incredible down here. It feels so good that we actually found the wreck. Whoa, look at these cool corridors down here. Very creepy. Well, we braved the cold and we survived. The Rainbow Warrior is definitely everything it's hyped up to be, and it's one of my favorite dives in New Zealand so far. Well, the diving in New Zealand continues to impress, and the Rainbow Warrior was no exception.
Join us next time, where we'll prepare some more for the crossing, sail into some dreamy bays, and even come across a pod of orcas.